subscribe to YouTube.
సరే అండి.
Okay, Andariki Namaskaram, Dhanyavadalu to all of you for joining us. We have a few people that have volunteered to do speaking practice with us today. It'll be Cheryl Garu, Lalita Garu, Ansuya Garu, and myself. So
That's great.
Great. So I'm going to just share our link with our WhatsApp group so they can see what we are doing as well today, and then we will commence with it. Okay, Praveen Garu, I'll ask you to conduct the session since I'm a participant, but I know that you won't be speaking much today. We will just ask you to give us feedback on how we are progressing. Okay. Let us just check with the group if there's anybody who would like to proceed first tonight. Let's ask Cheryl Garu if she would like to proceed first tonight.
Avanandi, namaskaram.
Namaskaram andi.
Namaskaram. Cheryl Garu, just give me a moment as I post the link on our WhatsApp group.
Avanandi.
Bit of a slow internet connection here. So Cheryl Garu, you can just tell us what you have prepared for tonight. In English, you can tell us. Just give us a gist of what you're going to speak about.
Basically, I've just introduced myself and where I live, and my brothers and sisters, and it's about my learning with Prerana and my best teacher Garu in the world. Can I read the Telugu part that I've prepared?
Nandi, just a moment for me. Okay, you chadavandian.
Namaskaram. Na peru Cheryl Naidu. Nenu Dakshina Afrikalo Nivasistunanu. Naku Muguru Sudharulu Muguru Sudhari Manulu Unnaru. Naku Ishtamaina Rangu Neelam. Naku Mudu Habirushulu Unnai. Sangeetam Vanta Mari To Tapani. Nenu Gata Yedadi Agastu Nundi Telugu Nerchukunkovadam. Rabinchanu. ఈ రోజు వరకు నేను నా మాతృభాషను ఆనందంగా నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను. నా గురువు ప్రవీణ్ రాగి గారు ప్రపంచంలోని అత్యుత్తమైన వారి గొప్ప బోధనాల ద్వారా నా పఠనం మరియు లేఖం పఠ్యక్రమాలను నేను పూర్తి చేశాను. ప్రస్తుతం నేను సాధారణ వాక్యాల తయారుషయాలు నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను. నా గురువు గారు నా కోసం చేసని దానికి నేను కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలుపుతున్నాను. అలాగే ఇవన్నీ సాధ్యం చేసినందుకు ప్రేరణ రవీంద్ర గారికి చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Well done to Cheryl Garu for preparing this. Praveen Garu, your speaker is off. There you go.
నమస్కారం అండి. నేను కరెక్షన్స్ చాట్ బాక్స్ లో పంపించానండి.
అవునండి.
నేను ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ చదువుతాను. ఆ వర్డ్స్ మీరు ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ చేసుకోవాలి. స్పీచ్ బాగుంది. సోదరులు మీరు రిపీట్ చేయండి.
సోదరులు is with the H. Okay.
అభిరుచులు.
I got it as అభిరుచులు.
అభిరుచులు.
అభిరుచులు. Okay. ధన్యవాదాలు. తోట పని. గార్డెనింగ్. ఓకే.
ప్రారంభించాను. బోధనల.
అవునండి.
పాఠ్యక్రమములను. వాక్యాలను. ఎలా తయారు చేయాలో.
Okay.
So these are the words you can improve andi while speaking.
అవునండి.
Okay.
I have to improve. Thank you for my correcting my pronunciations. ధన్యవాదములు teacher garu, and thank you for helping me.
ధన్యవాదములు.
Cheryl Garu, I copied the notes from the chat and I sent it to you by WhatsApp. Thank you from Praveen Garu's corrections.
ధన్యవాదములు Praveen Dadari.
Cheryl Garu, well done to you for taking the time to do this. My recommendation is to improve those areas and re-record this and present a speech to Praveen Garu so we can show our group the progress we are making. Praveen Garu?
అవునండి.
Okay.
And teacher Garu, I tried to write, I don't have a Telugu typewriter, but I've tried to write it out, but I've only got like a quarter way because of time. Sorry. I'm still working on the Telugu writing of it.
సరే అండి.
ధన్యవాదములు మీరందరికీ.
ధన్యవాదములండి.
Namaskaram to Lalita Garu. Let us give Lalita Garu an opportunity to make her presentation this evening.
Namaskaram Andraki.
నమస్కారం అండి.
I've been out the majority of the day and I must admit I haven't prepared a lot, but next time just the basics. I am Lalita, Nenu Lalita. I am fine, Nenu Bagunnanu. I've been working in the bank. Nenu bank lo pani chestu unnanu. I lived in Durban for a long time. Nenu chala kalam part Durban lo nivasinchuchunnanu. I like the city very much. Naku ee nagaram ante chala istam. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. Naku mugru annadammalu mariyu oka ఒక్క చెల్లెలు ఉన్నారు. I have 3 children. నాకు ముగ్గురు పిల్లలు. I have 5 grandchildren. నాకు 5 మనవరాలు ఉన్నారు. Well, thank you. ధన్యవాదములు.
Well done,
That's all it is.
Lalita Garu. Thank you for participating.
బాగా చదివారండి. నేను కరెక్షన్స్ చాట్ బాక్స్ లో పంపించానండి. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రీడ్ ద ఏరియాస్ వేర్ యూ నీడ్ టు ఇంప్రూవ్. ఓన్లీ ఫ్యూ 3 corrections only. Nagaram. The first word is Nagaram. The next one is Aiduguru. చెప్పండి.
ఐదుగురు.
అవునండి. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ మనుమలు మనుమరాండ్లు. This is like manumalu is like a voice, manumarandlu for girls. So we have a separate phrase.
మనమారాలు.
అవునండి. మనుమలు మనుమరాండ్లు.
మనమరాలు.
అవునండి. నేను టైప్ చేసి చాట్ బాక్స్ లో పంపించాను, ఒక్కసారి చూడండి.
సరే.
మిగతా అంతా బాగుందండి, చాలా బాగా చదివారు. ధన్యవాదములండి.
Okay, let us, there's 4 of us on the program tonight. Let us go to Ansuya Garu and give her an opportunity to present tonight.
Namaskaram Andariki.
Namaskaram.
Mine is going to be very brief, as I've learned so much from Praveen Garu and from you also, Pravendra Garu. But I mean, my inception was actually September last year. So yeah, here we go. Na peru Hansia. Nenu Dakshina Africa lo. Dakshina Africa. Sorry, I got the second one wrong. Nenu Dakshina Africa lo నివసిస్తున్నాను. దక్షిణ ఆఫ్రికా ఒక అందమైన దేశం. నాకు 2 కుమారులు. నేను బ్యాంక్లో పనిచేస్తాను. నేను గిటార్ నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను. చాలా ధన్యవాదములు.
Thank you, Ansuya Garu.
బాగా చదివారండి. Only 2 words you can improve. Let me read those words.
Yes.
Desham. Can you say desham? అవునండి. It is not like they. It is desham. అవునండి. The next word is iddaru. అవునండి. మిగతా అంతా బాగుంది. అవునండి.
ధన్యవాదములు ప్రవీణ్ గారు.
ధన్యవాదములండి.
Well done to Ansuya Garu. Thank you for being brave enough to present tonight. Vashen Garu is on the line today. Welcome. Namaskaram to Vashen Garu. I'm not sure if you have prepared something for tonight. You're welcome to share. Okay, while we wait for Vashen Garu, I'm going to go ahead with my presentation for this evening. I'm just going to do a short Telugu speech about my experience with the Telugu language. And in future, I'd like to make the speech a bit longer. This is just a short version so I can get confidence with it. And then I would like to have a more detailed speech in the future. So here we go. Nenu చిన్నతనంలో తెలుగు చదవడం రాయడం నేర్చుకున్నాను. నేను తెలుగు మాట్లాడటం నేర్చుకోలేదు. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి తెలుగు లిపి చదవడం ద్వారా తెలుగు పాటలు పాడాను. ఈ విధంగా తెలుగు చదవడం, రాయడం ఎలాగో నాకు జంపకం ఉంది. 2020లో లాక్డౌన్ సమయంలో నేను తెలుగు మాట్లాడటం నేర్చుకున్నాను. ప్రతిరోజు నా సంభాషణల్లో చేర్చడానికి 4-5 తెలుగు పదాలు దొరికాయి. నా మాట్లాడే నైపుణ్యాలను మెరుగుపరచడానికి రోజువారీ అభ్యాసం సహకరించింది. నేను ఇతరులతో తెలుగులో మాట్లాడటానికి వాట్సాప్ ఉపయోగిస్తాను. మా దేశంలో చాలా మంది తెలుగు మాట్లాడటం నేర్చుకోవడానికి ప్రేరణ పొందారు. నేను తెలుగును ఇతరులతో సరళంగా మాట్లాడగలగాలి. ధన్యవాదాలు రవీంద్ర.
బాగా చదివారండి. నేను కరెక్షన్స్ పంపించాను. ఓన్లీ 3 తప్పులు ఉన్నాయండి. తప్పులు కాదు, కానీ కొద్దిగా ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకుంటే బాగుంటుంది.
అవునండి, ధన్యవాదాలు.
సో అవి వచ్చేసి లిపి. ద ఫస్ట్ వర్డ్ వచ్చేసి లిపి. ద సెకండ్ వర్డ్ జ్ఞాపకం. కెన్ యూ సే
జ్ఞాపకం? జ్ఞాపకం.
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 అవునండి, జ్ఞాపకం. దెన్
జ్ఞాపకం.
అవునండి. సంభాషణలలో.
సంభాషణలలో. అవునండి, సంభాషణలలో.
అవునండి, మిగతా అన్ని కూడా బాగున్నాయండి.
చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు అండి.
మంచిదండి.
Okay, so let's see if Vashen Garu would like to speak to us tonight. Okay, I also prepared a few words and phrases that I can share with you.
Sorry, Andy, I'm not prepared. I'm just listening in today.
No problem, Vashen Garu. Next week, perhaps
Andy,
you can share something with us. Okay, I'm going to share some phrases and words that I've recently been learning with you.
Sorry.
Okay, so these are adverbs and phrases that we use on a regular basis. The first one is Manoharamaina, which means lovely. Manoharamaina roju, which is lovely day. Proudly, which is Garvanga. Proudly yours. Garvanga meede. Truly. Nijanga. Truly sorry. Nijanga. Shaminchandi. Quickly. Tvaraga. Quickly cooked. Tvaraga. Vandina. Vandina. Tvaraga. Vandina. Slowly. Nemmadiga. Nemmadiga. Slowly improving. Nemmadiga. Merugu padutundi. Nemmadiga. Merugu padutundi. Eventually. Shivariki. Eventually everything connects. Shivariki pratidi kalustundi. Finally. Shivaraku. Shivaraku. Finally arrived home. Shivaraku intiki vacharu. Eagerly. Asaktiga. eagerly awaited, Asaktiga eduru chusina, effortlessly, Aprayatnamga, effortlessly learned, Prayatnanga Nechukunna, generally, Sadharananga, generally speaking, Sadharananga Cheppalante, happily, Santoshanga, happily married, Santoshanga Vivaham Chesukunnaru, unexpectedly, Anukokunda, unexpectedly so, Anukokunda Allah, Anukokunda Allah. Okay, that's my list of words and phrases.
అవునండి, ఎక్కువ కరెక్షన్స్ లేవు, ఓన్లీ 2 కరెక్షన్స్, నాట్ కరెక్షన్స్ బట్ లిటిల్ వేరియేషన్ is in the pronunciation. So the first one is nijanga. Okay, the next one is aprayatnanga. I could hear
short,
long.
Yes, Avunandi. I'm struggling to get the short sound.
Yeah, I could hear long vowel sound at the beginning.
Avunandi.
So it is aprayatnanga.
Apranayatnanga. Okay, correct, Andy. Thank you. Thanks.
మిగతా అంతా బాగుందండి.
అవునండి, thank you so much, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
Okay, I think that is all the participants we have for today. Before we leave each other, Praveen Garu won't be doing a lesson today. He will do a lesson in the next meet. But before we leave, I would like to ask all of you to come back with some presentation for next week. Continue, because like this, you are going to learn. And I found this experience empowering. Also, we like to encourage others in our program to come forward to do these presentations. But before we go, can I ask from you, each one of you, for recommendations on things that can be presented in this session that you possibly have ideas to do? Ansuya Garu?
I think it's interesting, Praveen Garu, more about yourself, and your hobbies, and things of interest that interest you and probably will interest the others. Not too complicated, because some of us will not understand.
Oh, Nandi. Perhaps a simple dialogue. We can put something together next week. I'd like to put a dialogue together and maybe partner with someone, and so we learn together. So let us look at it while we are in the class. Maybe we four that are here that have already participated can find a partner in the class now and say, okay, we'll do a dialogue for next week. Okay, how would that be?
Praveen Garu, there are some motivational stories on internet. You can try to translate, and no need to bring the English part. You can just get that message, whatever is there in the powerful story. You can read it in Telugu. That is also one of the ideas to get good knowledge in Telugu.
Okay. Thank you, Andy. Let's ask Cheryl Garu if she's got any recommendations or things we can do here to improve our speaking ability.
Because when in the stories we involve in the story, and we get more vocabulary while focusing on the stories.
Andy. Thank you, Praveen Garu. Cheryl Garu.
Actually, Praveen Garu, I appreciate all the words, like because we are learning to speak Telugu, like we also need to learn how to pronounce the words, properly, so it will it will have a free flow in our sentences. So, and I thank you so much for actually helping out with all the words or the little sentences, the words that you have on your WhatsApp, on the status that I asked you to give out to me, and
Yes.
I'm learning all those words. Especially, I'm learning how to pronounce them, because from last year, August to now, I'm trying my best to, like learn as much as I can. And I did lose out a lot because of the network issues on my side, but I'm trying to, cope with whatever I have to learn. And I thank both my Guru Garus so much for this helping hand and for teaching, for your great teachings. And thank you for all the short verbs that you put on daily. It helps us. And I think we need to actually, with the long words and stuff, like for an example, Prarambinchanu. I mean, I'd love to pronounce it properly. And thank you, Guru Garu, for helping out. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Cheryl Garden, for that feedback. Thank you for bringing up those short videos that I'm doing every day, because the short videos was actually made for myself. I wanted to make a record of everything that I was learning. And then I realized I need to share it with others, because if others don't know how to speak, then who will I speak to in the end if I only know how to speak? You understand? So that was the whole point of the short video. But while we are on the point of the short video, what I can recommend is go back to those short videos I've sent. And I think there's over 200 videos that we sent out of those short ones. And try to start seeing which of those words you can bring into your daily conversations. Because generally what I do with those videos is I use the words that we use in our day-to-day life. I try not to put anything in the video that you won't use, you understand? So what I recommend, go back to the videos that I'd sent and see what you can put together in terms of conversations and interactions with others, and practice the pronunciation of those words. You'll notice as well, I try not to put very difficult pronunciation. So thank you, Cheryl Garu, for sharing that.
Yes, Praveendra Garu. Sorry. Yes, Praveendra Garu.
Yes,
I absolutely agree with your videos. So I am just thinking, like,
yes.
If we can, with your one of your videos, whichever one we prefer, can we not just do it as a lesson, like each one, whoever wants to?
Absolutely.
Do the video in the class, so we get the pronunciations like the way you do it, because you have taught us the pronunciations as well. So it's basically day-to-day stuff.
Yes, and all of the pronunciation on the videos, and in fact the words and the transliteration is proof checked by Praveen Garu and PR Learning Lab. Yes. So those videos are in good order. So I would recommend is use those videos and take some of those videos and make your own speaking session for next week. So we can recommend to others, start using these videos and see how you can make sentences. You may take a short phrase like what I said, quickly cooked,
yes.
Twaraga Vandina. So you can say the rice was quickly cooked, you understand? So you can bring in the words rice and all of that to make a longer sentence. So, but you can still use the video as it is and practice. So I think we should recommend that people use the current sources we have so they can feel more confident with presenting. Thank you, Ansuya Garu. Let's ask Praveen Garu any feedback. Lalita Garu, if she'd like to comment.
Must admit, I'm still struggling a bit with the pronunciation, but that will come with time. I must thank you both. You have done exceptionally well. And I like Praveen Garu, the saying there's success, about success that's written behind you. Excellent wording. I find even if we say I have lived in Durban for a long time, to me, it would be nice if we say the word in Telugu and in English. That's to me. I don't know what the others feel about it. And then, Praveen Garu, you said something about that we can do quotes from Google. Now, what sort of quotes are those? Where do we find? Yeah, I know it's in Google, but how do we find that quotes?
Yeah, actually, there are some short moral stories, also motivational quotes. So these things we can use for learning purpose, and also we can convey a good message to the public.
Excellent.
And I'll
All right.
find that in Google.
Continue, Auntie.
Thank you. Dhanyavad, madam.
ధన్యవాదములండి.
Dhanyavad. So one of the other ideas that I had was to assist people with pronunciation of generally used words that we are using and people are struggling with. For example, the word Shubhakankshalu. Even until today, you find that people still do not pronounce it properly. It's a very specific pronunciation. First of all, it's shu, it's a shubha. So people are saying subha as well. So it's shubha, and the ba is a ha sound. Shubha, kang, shalu. A lot of people are saying shulu, shubhakang shulu. And I'll say no, but if you had to read it from the Telugu script, it actually says Shubha Kang Shalu. And I tell you something, if you spend time learning how to pronounce specific words, as you go along, other words will come easily to you. Another word, for example, is sadhana. When we were growing up, we learned the word sadhana. You know, we pray and you offer your prayers and whatever sadhana practices you do. So it's sadhana. We would say sadhana. So you see, Telugu like that is very particular. And abhyasam, can you hear? Abhyasam, it's a bha sound again. So those are the things I would like to, in the class, to come with words. And I'm going to make it my habit when I come to the class from next week, to pick up some words that I'm hearing that people are generally having a difficulty pronouncing. So we're going to help you here in the class. So let's test it out tonight. Let us test some words. Let's go around the room and we will say, we'll do a greeting with the word Shubha Kangshalu. We can say, Puttina Roju Shubha Kangshalu. So everyone can practice saying that. So it's Puttina Roju Shubha Kangshalu. Praveen Garu, am I correct in that pronunciation?
అవునండి, అవునండి.
Okay.
పుట్టిన రోజు శుభాకాంక్షలు. శుభాకాంక్షలు.
Shubhakankshalu.
అవునండి.
Okay. Cheryl Garu, will you try for us?
అవునండి. పుట్టిన రోజు శుభాకాంక్షలు.
అవునండి.
Very good, Andy. Good. Let's go to Lalita Garu. Let's her also have opportunity to try.
పుట్టిన రోజు శుభాకాంక్షలు.
అవునండి.
Anandi, good. Ansuya Garu, would you like to try?
I'll try, Andy. Putina Roju Shubhakankshalu.
Shubha. Second one has a second bha, so Shubhakankshalu.
Shubhakankshalu.
Little emphasization is required. Shubha. Shubhakankshalu.
Shubhakankshalu.
Sorry.
Very good to hear the pronunciation, Ansuya Garu. This is a very interesting word because we use it all the time, you know. Ugadi Shubhakankshalu, Sri Ramanavi, Mami Shubhakankshalu. And I'm often hearing people say Shubhakankshalu. And if people go out there and use this word, they're going to say Prerana, and PR Learning Lab taught these people like this, Shubhakankshalu. So at the very minimum, I'm trying to correct these little things, because if people don't know anything, they learn just Puttina Roju Shubhakankshalu and they go away. Let us teach that much even correctly, you know.
Ravindra Garu, are there two A's after? Is it SHUBH and there's two A's there? Shubha Kangshalu? Are there two A's? Okay. And does that mean congratulations?
May I try?
Sure, Abhishek Garu. Sure, I will give you opportunity. What does Puttina Roju Shubhakankshalu means? It means happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So means,
yes, okay. And Shubhakankshalu means happy, right?
Okay, thank you.
That's right.
I understand.
In terms of that. Vashen Garu, will you please say for us?
Okay. May I try, Praveen Garu?
Aunandi.
Okay. It's Puttina Roju Shubhakankshulu.
Shubha Kankshalu. Sha.
Kankshulu. Kankshalu.
Aunandi.
Aunandi, correct. So can you see by just this one experience, this one indication what I mean about how we can improve? Do you think this is a good exercise?
I think it's excellent, especially for non-speakers like me, because we need to keep speaking in Telugu, and then eventually we'll start thinking in Telugu. This is where our difficulty is we don't think in Telugu, so we can't speak in Telugu. And if we continue repeating simple sentences like this, I think it would really help.
Thanks, Auntie. Aunandi. So some of the words that we should be using already in our day-to-day lives is the words like namaskaram, good morning, shubhodayam, like the way shubhakangshalu, shubhodayam, right? Shubharatri, right? That's good night. So those are the words we are using. So we get the pronunciation correct up front. Also words like amma, you call your mother amma. Your father is nana. So a lot of people don't know this and they don't know how to even pronounce it. So it's nana. There's a wattu na there. So you have to pronounce that as well. So what I'm trying to illustrate, and no, I don't mean to scare anyone, the best way to pronounce Telugu correctly is to be able to read the Telugu script. That is how I'm managing to get close to the correct pronunciation. And then obviously Praveen Garu will correct me. If I'm wrong, he will correct the pronunciation, which I'm grateful for. So I would encourage you, if you're learning how to read and write, or if you know how to read and write, speak from the Telugu script. Write all your things from Telugu and work from Telugu only. But if you're not reading and writing Telugu, like Ansuya Garu, maybe Lalita Garu, it's okay. Use the English, but make sure if you are using a double vowel sound, put a double A. Like Shubhakangshalu, because when it's spelled with a one A, you'll notice people will say Shubhakangshalu or Shubhakangshalu.
Yes.
You understand? So Praveen Garu has made it very easy for English speakers, because you notice his transliteration. I will tell you, Praveen Garu's transliteration is superior. It's much more superior to anything you've seen on the internet. And ever since I started interacting with him, I've seen the value of his transliteration, especially for those that cannot read and write Telugu. So I'm going to prepare some words for next week that we can practice. That's as a group activity. And then I'm going to prepare my own lesson. So I would like you to also prepare your own lesson. Also prepare some words that you think you are having difficulty pronouncing. Not very difficult words, simple words that you might have a challenge with. Come to the class to clarify it. Are there any other ideas? I'm using this opportunity for us to brainstorm so we can have a better session last week. I have to tell you, I'm really enjoying tonight's session.
Interactive. And that's
interactive.
Great. Yes.
Great.
And there's also another word like chala.
Aunandi.
Chala means very.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, sometimes when I hear, then I say get. It's like I know it's corrected on my side because it's chala. There's a double A and there's a after the H and there's la. It's a double A. It's not chala.
Yeah, it's
chala.
Yeah. Aunandi. Even I have that problem sometimes. In my chala, I say the short R sound at the end. I say chala. So it's chala. Like that. Very good. That's a good example. Are there any other examples that you'd like to raise while we are together?
Also, dhanyavadalu.
Yes, it's dhanya. It's dhanyavadalu. So it's got that ha sounder. Dhanyavadalu. It's not dhanyavadalu. It's dhanyavadalu. Let's try that. Practice that.
Okay.
You try, Sharon.
Chala dhanyavadalu.
Okay, say again for us.
The both words goes together.
Malli cheppandi.
Chala
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Let's ask Praveen Garu to give us guidance.
అవునండి. చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు.
Dhanyavadalu.
అవునండి.
Let's ask Ansuya Garu to say Chala Dhanyavadalu.
Chala ధన్యవాదాలు.
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 Just Lalita Garu, will you try first?
చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు. Is that right?
Chala Dhanyavadalu.
ధన్యవాదాలు. ధన్యవాదాలు. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Dalu, yeah. Let's ask Rashmi Garu to say Chala Dhanyavadalu.
Chala ధన్యవాదాలు. చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు.
అవునండి.
అవునండి.
చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు. అవును.
Okay. So I think this was a very good exercise. Let's ask Praveen Garu if he has any feedback and recommendations to us. How did you feel about today's session?
ఇది మీకు ప్రొనౌన్సియేషన్ కి చాలా బాగా ఉపయోగపడుతుందండి. ఇప్పటి దాకా మీరు మీనింగ్స్, వొకాబులరీ నేర్చుకున్నారు. సో అవి ఎలా పలకాలి అనే విషయంలో ఈ సెషన్స్ చాలా బాగా ఉపయోగపడతాయి.
Chala dhanyavadalu, Praveen Garu, for your time tonight and for your patience. Thank you to each and every one of you for making an effort to present. Thank you also to Rashmi Garu for being here. You can see that even if somebody is not presenting, if they are in the class, they are going to learn. We hope to make these sessions very interactive, and hopefully people will start coming into the class because they will be able to speak in Telugu. So let us encourage others through our example. You have set a very good example today, and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you very much, Pravendra Garu and Praveen Garu. Much
చాలా
appreciated.
ధన్యవాదాలు గురువు
I love
గారు.
it. You know how wonderful it sounds when Telugu is spoken correctly. Rashmi Garu, it sounds great when you say it like that.
I must say I really enjoyed this session, and this is what we need. So I think we should carry on just as we did today.
Okay, we will continue next week, Friday. Praveen Garu will guide us. I know he's got a lesson part as well to do, which we can do. We have enough time in this session to do a bit of a lesson and a presentation. Okay, so thank you again. Matho Cherinanduku, Dhanyavadalu. Thank you for joining us.
ధన్యవాదాలు. ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Andariki Shubharatri.
శుభరాత్రి.
శివరాత్రి.